Have you scouted them?
Yes, we've seen them play probably 5, maybe 6 times this year, Jim.
You saw them early, I presume?
Yes, we did.
And what is your estimate of this team as far as they've come now?
Well, they have improved quite a lot. They shoot well. They do a lot of things very well, and we think they're a real sound ball team.
What makes them tick outside of course, Young, who's an outstanding basketball player?
Well, they're big boys underneath and that come outside, shoot well from out on the court. And when a big boy shoots well, he's hard to stop.
They like to play pattern ball, don't they?
Yes, they do. They're a slow-down type of ball team.
But they will take the break if they can get it.
If it's there.
Now, what about your youngsters? How will they match up in size with South? You'll have a little more size, won't you?
A little bit, not a great deal. They have a bigger man than we have in Young. We don't have any 165. Lee is about the height of the 2 guards out front. It's a pretty good match height-wise.
Will you start your same lineup?
Yes, we'll go with the same bunch that's been winning.
Will you do what's necessary in this ball game? You'll press if you think it's necessary. Will they press if they need to?
That's right, Jim. We'll take any chance we have to at this date. We'll throw everything we have to win the ball game.
Do you think this game could go down to the wire?
Very possibly. I think it could. Depends upon, of course, who puts the ball in the basket. If our defense is tough, we should give them a good ball game, and we hope it won't go down to the wire, but it could.
Now, Coach Ash remarked the other night that his team has been real hot on the foul line. They've hit 14 out of 14 in one game in the tournament, 13 out of 14 in the next game. How is your team at the foul line?
Well, we've hit close to 70% in our 2 tournament games, which is a little better than we were shooting. Foul shooting is kind of a matter of mental conditioning the night of the game, and I think that perhaps we should hit real well.
Bob, good luck to you and the Bulldogs.
Thanks, Jim.
Bob Rupert, coach of the McKinley Bulldogs. We'll hear from Coach Red Ash of the Canton South Wildcats after this message from our sponsor.
Thank you, Jim. For families who have small children in the house, the uniform floor-to-ceiling distribution of an Electromode downflow wall heater is ideal. Gentle fan-circulated comfort is spread over the entire room, eliminating chilly floor-level drafts. Smudgeless, fumeless, flameless electric heat prevents walls, drapes, and other furnishings in your home from becoming soiled and greasy, so your home stays new-looking longer. The exclusive Electromode Safety Grid is on the job, too, for carefree comfort for the whole family. The Safety Grid outdates hazards. Heat-producing wires are sealed within an aluminum casting. No hot wires are ever exposed. Only Electromode has the Safety Grid. Your family deserves nothing less. See the Electromode downflow wall heater on display at the Electric Heating and Cooling Corporation at 6797 Cleveland Avenue South. That's the Electric Heating and Cooling Corporation at 6797 Cleveland Avenue South. And now back once again to Jim.
And now to our coach of the Canton South Wildcats, Red Ash, whose team comes into the ball game with a 14-6 record, playing some of the best basketball in the area in the late going this season. Coach Ash, how does it look in this ball game tonight with the Bulldogs?
Well, Jim, you never can tell. We, personnel-wise, I think we're a little shy, but we've got a lot of heart, Jim, and we've got a lot of hustle, and the kids want this and real bad, and we're going to give everything we got. We can guarantee it's not going to be a stall game. We're going out to try to win this thing. I just don't feel you do your kids justice when you do stall, because they're telling them right away, well, these guys are too tough for you. Let's keep the ball away from them. We're going out and try to get them, Jim.
You remarked about the good foul shooting your team has shown in the tournament. Do you think that will be an important factor in tonight's game?
Well, it could be if we can keep on shooting them that way, Jim. It's always a factor. You have to shoot fouls in tournament play, or you're just out of business, that's all.
Now, you've got probably the biggest man on the 2 teams, and Ron Young, and also one of the most able. How will he match up with the top men on this Bulldog team?
Well, he's about the same height as Block. I'm hoping he can get up as well as Block does. He's a tremendous shooter and a good mover, and Ronnie will hold his own in there with any of them.
And who else will start on your board?
Well, we'll start the same 2 guards, Gonzalez and Eibel, and Tom Logadich and Tom Becker. We're a little small on those guards. We're putting kids 5'7", 5'8" against a couple of boys 6'2" and 6'3", and that's a tough assignment, but I can't grow them a foot tonight, Jim. I guess we'll just have to go that way.
Well, I thought your guards have come along real well for you, Red.
Yes, they're doing a splendid job. There's a couple smart little guys, and if they don't choke up, this is a big one for them. If they don't choke up, I think they'll do all right.
This game could go right all the way, couldn't it? Right down to the wire.
Well, I imagine it could, Jim. We're hoping we can just get ahead of them, maybe, and stay ahead. But they're a tough ball club. You can't be number one in the state without being an awfully good ball club. And we respect them, but we don't fear them.
Red, good luck to you in the Wildcats.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Red Ash, coach of the Canton South Wildcats. The starting lineups for tonight's big game. For the Wildcats, it'll be Tom Becker, 6 foot 165 and a senior. Tom Lagadich, 6'3", 180 and a junior at the forwards. Ron Young, 6'5", 180 and a senior at center. Frank Gonzalez, 5'8", 140 and a senior. And Jerry Eibel, 5'7", 145 and a senior at the guards. The scoring leader is Young with 428 points on the season. The next high man is Gonzalez with 258. For the McKinley Bulldogs at the forwards, it'll be Nick Roman, 6'4", 190 and a senior, and Bob Sistrunk, 6'3", 178 and a junior. At center, Cliff Block, 6'4", 190 and a junior. And at the guard spots, Phil Lee, 6 foot 160 and a senior, and Sam Lipkin, 6'2", 175 and a junior. The big scorers for McKinley are Nick Roman with 305 points on the season. Sam Lipkins has 253, and Block is close behind with 237. On the Sidelines has been brought to you this evening by the Electric Heating and Cooling Corporation. Listen before each high school basketball broadcast for On the Sidelines. Brought to you by the Electric Heating and Cooling Corporation. This is the Ohio Broadcasting Company.
Planning a get-together after the game? Well, here's a refreshment suggestion you can get together without any work and still make a big hit with your guests. Order a carton or two, as many as you need, of Avalon Kentucky Fried Chicken from the Avalon Drive-In. Avalon Kentucky Fried Chicken is undoubtedly the best fried chicken you've ever eaten, and all your after-the-game guests will agree. This delicious taste treat starts with plump, tender chickens, specially grown for the Avalon. Then there's a secret way Avalon Kentucky Fried Chicken is prepared. Pressure fried with choice ingredients to make the chicken juicy and tender inside with a crisp, digestible crust that seals in flavor and aroma. And you get enough Avalon Kentucky Fried Chicken to feed 4 to 6 people for only $2.79. You'll like the fast, friendly service you receive at the Avalon Drive-In, 3232 Cleveland Avenue North, also the home of the Big Sis. Call in your order at Glendale 29065. Glendale 29065, and it'll be all ready when you arrive at the Avalon Drive-In. WHBC in Canton. It's 7:54.
It's time for basketball. Your host, the Ashland Oil and Refining Company, and your good neighbor, Ashland Oil Dealer, the friendly man with the better brand. The Ohio Bell Telephone Company, Yellow Pages, where you let your fingers do the walking. And your friend at First, the First National Bank of Canton, in Canton, North Canton, Minerva, and Malvern. These 3 sponsors bringing you the thrills of high school basketball play-by-play. And now with the action, here's WHBC Sports Director Jim Muzzy. It's time for basketball. Your host, the Ashland Oil and Refining Company, and your good neighbor, Ashland Oil Dealer, the friendly man with the better brand. The Ohio Bell Telephone Company, Yellow Pages, where you let your fingers do the walking. And your friend at First, the First National Bank of Canton, in Canton, North Canton, Minerva, and Malvern. These 3 sponsors bringing you the thrills of high school basketball play-by-play. And now with the action, here's WHBC Sports Director Jim Muzzy.
Hello, basketball fans. This is Jim Muzzy speaking from Memorial Auditorium in Canton, Ohio. For Bob Craning and our sponsors, the Ashland Oil and Refining Company, Ohio Bell Telephone Company, Yellow Pages, and the First National Bank of Canton, as we bring you our 53rd basketball game of the season and our 76th play-by-play broadcast of the school year. Before we bring you tonight's action involving McKinley against Canton South, here's Bob with a message from our sponsor.
Here's news of a special free offer from your good neighbor Ashland Oil Dealer. Listen. Right now, he's offering you Early American copper-tone salad molds free. They're ideal for making attractive salads and desserts. Made of tarnish-proof, anodized aluminum, they come in 8 distinctive designs. When not in use, they'll add a fashionable decorator touch to your kitchen wall. Now, to start your set, drive in at your nearby Ashland Oil service station displaying the free salad mold sign. With every purchase of 7 gallons of Ashland Vitalized gasoline, you get 1 copper-tone salad mold free. And listen to this. You can get a large 1.5-quart salad mold plus 9 sturdy wall hangers, all for only 49 cents, with an oil change or lubrication at regular prices. This special offer is limited, so hurry. Start collecting your copper-tone salad molds today at your good neighbor Ashland Oil dealers.
Back at the auditorium, where tonight the McKinley Bulldogs, the top-seeded team in the tournament, number 1 team in the state of Ohio, try for their 21st victory of the season, meeting the Canton South Wildcats, who are 14-6 on the season, co-champions of the Stark County Federal League and undoubtedly the most improved team in this tournament. The visiting team tonight will be the Wildcats wearing the dark jerseys, and it'll be Tom Becker, a 6-foot senior, and Tom Lagadich, a 6'3" junior at the forwards. Becker has scored 170 points to date, Lagadich 218. At center, Captain Ron Young, 6'5" senior. He's the top scorer, 428 points on the season and tournament play. At the guards, Frank Gonzalez, 5'8" senior, and Jerry Eibel, a 5'7" senior. Gonzalez has scored 258 points, and Eibel has contributed 174. That's the starting lineup for the Wildcats. We'll bring you the lineup for the Bulldogs after this message from our sponsor.
Sounds like this engine has a cold weather problem. Fuel line freeze-up. Don't let it happen to you this winter. You can prevent fuel line freeze-up through regular use of Ashland Oil's Vitalized gasoline. Both Ashland A+ and Ashland regular gasoline are vitalized to make your engine come alive with no false starts, even on the coldest days. It warms up faster, too. So to fully protect your car against fuel line freeze-up this winter, see your good neighbor Ashland Oil dealer and fill up with Ashland A+ gasoline or Ashland regular. Both are vitalized.
Back at the auditorium, where the McKinley Bulldogs will send to the floor at the forwards Nick Roman, a 6'4" senior, and Bob Sistrunk, a 6'3" junior. Roman has 305 points. He's the scoring leader for the Bulldogs. Sistrunk, 180. At center will be Cliff Block, 6'4" junior, with 237 points. And at the guard spots, it'll be co-captain Phil Lee, 6'1", 160, and a senior, with 201 points. And a boy who's been coming on into the scoring column in recent games as he tries a few more shots. As Coach Bob Rupert has mentioned, if he'd shoot more, he would be a better scorer. He was one of the top scorers in the last tournament game for the Bulldogs. Sam Lipkin, 6'2", junior, 253 points, is the other guard for the Bulldogs. The captains have already met with the officials, co-captain Nick Roman and co-captain Phil Lee of the Bulldogs, Captain Ron Young of South, the officials for tonight's game, George Pop and Harold Nickel, both from Akron. Those are the starting lineups. While we wait now for the teams to go out on the floor and start this big game, here's Bob.
Perhaps in the background you could hear introductions being made. The Canton South Wildcats, as the visiting team here tonight, wearing their red uniforms, have been introduced. Tom Becker, Tom Lagadich, Ron Young, Frank Gonzalez, and Jerry Eibel. The Canton McKinley Bulldogs are being introduced now. Nick Roman, Bob Sistrunk, Cliff Block, Phil Lee, and Sam Lipkins. They are wearing their white uniforms with a black and red accent to it. Coach Red Ash has sent the Wildcats out on the floor already. They're waiting for the McKinley Bulldogs to come out on the court. The officials trot out. George Pop and Harold Nickel working the ball game. Coach Bob Rupert, the last word with the Bulldogs. They're 20-0. Canton South 14-6. We're going to determine another champion in this AA sectional in just a matter of an hour or so. Jim?
Young of South, Block of McKinley shake hands, are ready to go for the big game here in the Middle Bracket Championship. There's the tap. It goes to Roman to the Bulldogs. He's in the forecourt with it. He drives for the right corner. Ball's knocked out of his hands by Gonzalez. Back to Lee it goes. To Roman along the end line. He puts it in on a jumper. Roman scores on a one-hand jump shot, and the score 2-0. McKinley leads. Down court with the ball comes Gonzalez for South. Brings it down over the center line. Moves to the top of the key. Past Eibel on the left wing. Over to Becker on the left wing spot. Getting it a man-for-man defense. Out to Gonzalez, deep in center court. He moves to the right side, passes to Young in the right corner. In along the end line he goes. Tries to pass it out to Gonzalez. It's intercepted by Roman, and up court it goes to Lee. Lee up to the back court for the Bulldogs. Takes it over the center line. Moves to the top of the key, jumps a shot, and misses. The rebound off by Young, fouled on the play by Sistrunk. Sistrunk called for fouling Young on the play. His first personal foul. Young will go to the line for the Wildcats. 2-0 the score in favor of McKinley. Young can get a point back. Young at the line shooting. He makes the point. 2-1 the score. McKinley in front. Lipkins up court to Lee. Lee up over the center line. Lee was way off on that first shot he tried. Roman is in the high post. Takes the pass on the left wing. Moves down the left corner. Check. Fouled on the play by Lagadich, who bumps him. Apparently they're going to call the fouls real close, at least to the start of the ball game. Neither contact was very strong. Roman at the line now for McKinley. He gets one shot. 2-1, McKinley in front of South. Roman shooting. He makes the point. 3-1, McKinley. Ball taken out of bounds by Gonzalez. Down court to Ivel it goes. Ivel down to the back court to Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes it over the center line. Moves down the right side. Pass to Ivel deep. Ivel is fouled by Lipkins. Ivel is called for charging into Lipkins. Drive foul called on Ivel. Up court with the ball. Go the Bulldogs. Lee over the center line. Moves to the top of the key. Passing the left wing now to Roman. Roman to Lee. Lee to Sistrunk on the right side now to Lipkins. Lipkins drives to the right wing spot. Back out to Lee. It goes in center court. South on a man for man. Lee drives. Foul call. A charging foul on Lee. Call for charging into Gonzalez. His first personal foul. Ivel throws the ball into Gonzalez. Gonzalez down through the backcourt. Moves it over the center line. Passes to Ivel in the left wing. To Gonzalez. Gonzalez throws it into the key to the Lagadich. Lagadich is fallen into by Roman. Roman's first personal foul. At the line, Lagadich of South. 3-1 the score. In favor of McKinley. Only one basket thus far, and that was by Roman on the first shot of the game. Lagadich's shot is good. 3-2. McKinley by one. Up court, Lee with the ball. Moves it up over the center line. Moves to the top of the key. Passes now to Sistrunk at the right wing. The ball's knocked out of his hands. Picked up now by Becker. Ivel took that ball away from Sistrunk. The down court it goes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down over the center line. Passes to Ivel. Ivel to Young. Young out to Lagadich. Lagadich down the right side. Out to Ivel deep. The top of the key. Moves it to the left to Gonzalez. Gonzalez moves to the left corner. Under the basket it goes now to... and out of bounds. Off the hands of Roman. Pass meant for Young. It goes out now for South. Taken out by Ivel. Throws it in the right corner now to Lagadich. Lagadich to Young. Young out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez moves to the left. Moves to the left corner. Drives in. Tries to get in. Throws the ball. Picked up by Sistrunk. Up court to Lee. Lee over the center line for McKinley. Drives to the top of the key. Passes to Lipkins. He jumps one for the left side. Good for two. Lipkins hits on a jumper. The score 5-2 McKinley. Ivel throws the ball into Gonzalez. Gonzalez down through the back court for South. Takes it over the center line. Passes out to Ivel on the left wing. Under the basket to Becker. Becker puts it up and in. Fouled on the play by Lipkins. Lipkins by Block. Block puts his hand up. Block first personal foul. Ivel at the line. Becker at the line for South. 5-4 the score. Now Becker can tie it up if he can make it a three-point play. 5:04 left to go in the first quarter. Becker shooting. He makes it tied up 5-5. Lipkins up court to Lee for the Bulldogs. Lee brings it up to the back court. Moves it over the center line. Moves to the top of the key. Passes to Roman in the high post. Roman down to Block in the low post. His jump shot is not good. Rebound Young down court to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down court. Drives for the key. Drives into the key. Gives it to Young. Young under the basket. And there's a foul called under the basket on Sistrunk. Sistrunk called for fouling, his second personal foul. Young at the line for South. 5-5 tie ball game. Young now can put South out in front. One shot. He gets the 1-1. He can add 2 points to the South total. South has been awfully tough at the foul line here in the tournament. 14 in a row one night, 13 out of 14 the next night. 6-5, South ahead now by 1. Second shot, good. 7-5, South leads. Lipkins up court now to Lee. Lee up through the back court. Moves it over the center line. Moves to the top of the key. Passes to Roman. Roman shoots to the left side. Not good. Taken off by Young. Ball's taken off now by Sistrunk and Eibel, who battle for it. We have a jump ball call. Officials now call for time. Someone lost a contact. Lipkins lost his contact. Ron Young of South found it. And Lipkins comes to the sideline now to apparently get some assistance getting it in. Timeout on the court, and here's Bob.
Right, Jim, during this timeout, I want to remind you fans, here's a free offer that's too good to miss. At Ashland Oil service stations, you can get individual-sized copper-tone salad molds free, one free with a 7-gallon gasoline purchase, and get a family-sized 1.5-quart salad mold for only 49 cents with an oil change or lubrication at regular prices. This special offer is limited, so you'll want to hurry. 4:28 remaining in the first period. The Canton South Wildcats leading 7-5. They have 1 basket and 5 out of 5 from the line. Young has 3 of them, Logadich 1, Becker has 1, and Becker also has the basket. McKinley has 2 baskets, 1 by Roman, 1 by Lipkins. Roman has their only foul shot. Jim?
The tap goes to Sistrunk off the hands of Roman and out of bounds South. South can now go ahead by 4 points if they can hit here at the end of the court. Gonzalez down over the center line, moves into the forecourt with the ball. Down the right side to Young on the wing. There's a pick by Lagadich. Young doesn't shoot. Passes it out to Eibel. Eibel in the top of the key to Becker in the left corner. He shoots. He hits. Becker on a jumper. South in front 9-5. Lipkins up court now to Lee. Lee up through the back court. Takes it over the center line. Goes to the top of the key. Jumps one from the top of the key. Misses. The rebound off now by Sistrunk. He brings it out of there. Over the block. Now to Lee at the top of the key. To Roman in the right wing. He jumps a shot. It's short. Fouled on the play by Lagadich. Lagadich's second personal foul. Roman at the line for the Bulldogs. 9-5 the score. South out in front. McKinley led 5-2. Now South is in front 9-5. We're in the first quarter. 3:46 left in the opening period. Roman has 2 fouled on the act of shooting. He makes the first one. 9-6 the score. His second shot is up and not good. The rebound off by Becker for South. Down court to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down over the center line for the Wildcats. Moves down the right side. A pass to Young on the right wing. His shot is up, not good. Taken out of the air by Lipkins. Up court to Lee. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Lee drives for a bunny. Misses. Tapped up there by Block. He misses. Gonzalez down court to Becker on a break. He lays it in. South got the break off. They counted. The score now 11-6 as South goes in front by 5. Up court with the ball goes Lee. Lee takes it over the center line for the Bulldogs. Goes to the top of the key. Now to Sistrunk at the left wing. Sistrunk to Lee. Lee has been missing out in front where he had been hitting in other games. Under the basket, a block. Foul called on Young cutting across the key behind Block. Young's first foul. 11-6 the score, and Coach Bob Rupert of the Bulldogs now calls for a timeout. Bulldogs may switch into a different defense, possibly a zone. Here's some scoring for you.
Scoring for the Wildcats, Tom Becker has 7 of their 11 points. Ron Young has 3. Tom Logadich has 1. For McKinley, Nick Roman 4 of their 6. Sam Lipkins the other 2. Canton South has 3 baskets, all by Becker. They've had 5 foul shot opportunities, made good on all of them. McKinley has 2 baskets, and they've made 2 out of 3 from the line. Canton South in the 1-1 situation right now, so any foul shot opportunities they get, they could add a couple of points. McKinley still not into the 1-1. There have been 4 personals, 4 team fouls called against the Wildcats, and of course the 5 against McKinley, putting South into the 1-1 situation. 2:59 remaining first period, a 5-point lead for the Wildcats, 11-6 over the Bulldogs. Jim?
Block at the line gets 1 shot for McKinley. 11-6, South leads by 5. Block takes his time. He's not a particularly good foul shooter. He misses. The rebound off by Young. Young for South. Down court to Eibel. Eibel down to the back court. Takes it over the center line. Bulldogs stay in their man for man. Passes to Young. Young into the high post. A pass across court to Becker. Becker in onto the basket. It's bumped. Picked up by Lee. Lee up court with the ball for McKinley. Takes it into the key. Passes now to Lipkins. Lipkins on the left side to Sistrunk. He jumps the shot. He misses. Rebound off by Young. Foul call. No, apparently not. Down court, Gonzalez with the ball. Takes it over the center line for South. Over to Eibel. Eibel down the left side. Eibel drives to the corner. Passes back out to Becker. Becker across court to Lagadich. Lagadich shoots from the right side. He hits. Lagadich scores, and this South ball club is really moving that ball around. South takes a 7-point lead at 13-6. Up court, Lee with the ball for the Bulldogs. Takes it over the center line. Moves it now to Roman. Roman moves in along the end line. Jumps the shot. He hits. Roman on a one-hander. 13-8 to score. Eibel down court to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down through the back court for South. Moves it over the center line. Moves down the right side. Passes in the corner to Young. Young across court to Becker. Becker jumps one for the left side. He hits. Becker on a jumper. South is red hot here in the first quarter. 15-8. South leads. Up court, Lee with the ball for McKinley. Brings it up over the center line. 1:34 left to go in the first quarter. Lee at the top of the key. Tries a shot. He misses again. Rebound off by Lipkins. He shoots. He misses. Rebound by Sistrunk and Lee. Lee comes out of there with it. Lee at the top of the key. To Roman in the right wing. Roman holds. Back to Lee. Lee on the left side to Lipkins. He shoots from outside. He misses. The rebound knocked out of bounds. Is out in favor of South. Bulldogs missing badly, and their shooting average over the year has been tremendous. South is hitting well. Down court, Gonzalez with the ball for South. Drives to the top of the key. Passes to Eibel. He shoots from the left side. He misses. Foul on the play. Called on Lee. Lee called for hacking, his second personal foul. Eibel at the line for South. 15-8, South leads, and Eibel has 2 shots coming. He can make it 17. South dominating the play here in the first quarter. Eibel shooting. He makes it 16-8. Eibel has another coming. And he misses this one. Lipkins takes the rebound. Up court it goes now to Sistrunk. Sistrunk around the top center line. Up to Lee. Lee to the right side of the key. Drives to the corner. Gives it now to Sistrunk in the right corner. Under the basket, a block. There's a foul call on Young for bumping block on the pivot play. Block at the line for McKinley. He gets 2. 44 seconds left to go. The 1-on-1 opportunity now for Block. And he misses his second foul try. Rebound off by Young for South. Down court to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down over the center line. 16-8, South in front. Gonzalez puts up the one finger. South's going to try for the one basket. Over to Becker. Becker to Gonzalez. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Moves it across court to Eibel. Eibel down the left side to Becker. 17 seconds left in the first period. Out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez moves along the center line. Drives for the top of the key. Drives down the right side. 8 seconds left to go. 6 seconds. Out to Lagadich. Lagadich into the key. Jumps the shot. He makes it. As the buzzer ends the first quarter with South in front by 10, 18-8 over McKinley.
Say, listen, right now at your good neighbor Ashland Oil Dealers, you can get an individual-sized copper-tone salad mold free with each purchase of 7 gallons of gasoline. And you get a large 1.5-quart salad mold for only 49 cents with an oil change or lubrication at regular prices. This special offer is limited, so you want to hurry. Say, the Wildcats really had a good first quarter. They have a 10-point bulge over the McKinley Bulldogs and lead 18-8. At one point, McKinley led 5-2. And then things started to happen. South took over 9-5. Then it was 13-6. Now it's 18-8 at the end of the first period. Second quarter coming up. For South, Becker has 9. Lagadich has 5. Young 3. Eibel 1. For McKinley, Nick Roman has 6. Sam Lipkins has 2. The 2 teams out on the court now, with South leading 18-8. Second quarter coming up and back to the call.
Young and Block shake hands to start the second quarter. 18-8. South in front. There's the tap. Block gets the top to Lee. Lee up court with the ball for the Bulldogs. Moves it up over the center line. Moves to the top of the key. DeRoman in the wing on the left wing. Roman trying to get a man loose. Gives it to Lee at the top of the key to Sistrunk on the right wing. Now to Lee. Lee breaks in. Passes off. Foul call on Gonzalez for blocking. Wait a moment. Let's see who's the foul on. Gonzalez for blocking. He had given Lee's signal, but we saw him pointing to Gonzalez. Then he changed it to 4-1 instead of 1-4. Lee at the line shooting. He makes the point. He gets another on the 1-1. That's the first foul on Gonzalez. Lee gets another. He makes it 18-10 the score. South ahead by 8. Down court with the ball comes Gonzalez. Brings it down over the center line for South. Moves into the forecourt. Pass into Block. Block intercepts up court to Sistrunk. Sistrunk at the top of the key to Block in the left corner. He shoots. He misses. Ball goes out for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs' shooting average so far in this ball game has been almost negligible. Lee takes the ball out of bounds, throws it to Lipkins under the basket. He puts it up. He misses. Rebound by Block. Block brings it out to Lee. Lee on the left side. Lee to the top of the key. Now to the left side to Lipkins. He shoots. He misses. Rebound Young. Ball knocked out of Young's hand. Goes out of bounds South. Ivel takes it out. Throws it into Gonzalez. Gonzalez down through the backcourt. 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Drives for the key. Passes in the right wing now to Young. Young shoots from the right side. Not good. Lipkins takes it off. Up court to Lee. Lee over the center line. Drives into the key area. Gives it to Lipkins. He shoots. He misses. The rebound off by Lee. Lee in the right side. Goes up for a bunny. He makes it. 18-12 the score. A 6-point edge for South. Down court with the ball goes Gonzalez. Brings it down over the center line. Moves into the key area. Passes down the right wing now to Young. Young drives. Gives it to Gonzalez on the right side. Gonzalez to Ivel on the left side. In the left corner to Becker. Becker to Gonzalez on the left wing. He brings it out to the top of the key. He drives to the right side, trying to get in along the end line. Is checked. Out it comes to Lagadich on the left wing, on the right wing. To Young at the top of the key. He moves to the right side. Ball's knocked out of his hand. It goes out for South. 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Canton South leading McKinley 18-12. Ivel takes it out under the basket to Lagadich. He tries to put it up in his call for traveling. He changed his mind when he saw Lipkins was on his tail and came down with the ball, traveled up court, leaving the ball for the Bulldogs. Moves it up over the center line. Passes to Sistrunk on the right side. He shoots. He misses. Block puts it in for 2. 18-14. The Bulldogs have cut the margin back to 4. Down court with the ball comes Gonzalez. He brings it down over the center line. Moves to the key. Moves all the way down the key. Lays it up. Not good. Foul call on Roman of the Bulldogs for blocking Gonzalez, his second personal foul. Now Coach Red Ash of South calls for timeout. Timeout on the court, and time in for our sponsor.
A reminder now, fans, of that free offer that's just too good to miss. At Ashland Oil service stations, you can get individual-sized copper-tone salad molds free. One free with a 7-gallon gasoline purchase, and get a family-size 1.5-quart salad mold for only 49 cents with an oil change or lubrication at regular prices. This special offer is limited, so you'll want to hurry. 5:33 remaining in the second period. It's 18-14. The Canton South Wildcats leading the McKinley Bulldogs. South led 18-8 at the end of the first period. McKinley has put in 6 points so far in this quarter. The Wildcats are looking for their first score. For Canton South, Becker has 9 points. Lagadich 5, Young 3, Ivel 1. For McKinley, it's now Nick Roman with 6. Phil Lee has 4. Cliff Block and Sam Lipkins 2 apiece. Personal fouls, McKinley has Roman, Sistrunk, and Lee with 2. Canton South has Lagadich and Young with 2 apiece. Time coming back in, an opportunity from the foul line for Canton South. This could bring up their first score in the second quarter. They have hit on a total of 6 out of 7 so far. Jim?
Gonzalez at the line for South. Gets the 1-on-1 opportunity. No, gets 2 out of the act of shooting. He can add 2 more points to the South total. The shot is up, and he misses. He gets another. 18-14 the score. South in front. Bulldogs started out in front, and then South caught him one ahead. And his second shot is good. 19-14. South by 5. Up court with the ball comes Lee for McKinley. Takes it over the center line. Moves to the top of the key. Roman in the high post. Sistrunk takes a pass on the right wing. Sistrunk now to block in the post. He shoots. He puts it in. A jumper by Block, and the score 19-16. Down court with the ball comes Gonzalez for South. Brings it over the center line. Pass it to Eibel on the left wing now to Becker. Becker to Eibel. Gonzalez at the top of the key on the right side now to Lagadich. Lagadich to Eibel to Becker on the left wing. He drives in under the basket, can't get in. Tries a jump shot going away, not good. Taken off by Lipkins for the Bulldogs. Over to Lee it goes. Lee up court for the Bulldogs. Takes it over the center line. Goes to the top of the key. Passes to Sistrunk at the left side. Sistrunk to Lee at the top of the key. He drives. Tries a shot. Charging foul called on Lee. That's his third personal foul. Lee called for charging. Goes out of bounds to South. Eibel throws the ball into Gonzalez. Gonzalez down through the backcourt. 4:35 left to go in the first half. 19-16. Defensive battle here. South in front. Eibel in the corner to Gonzalez on the left wing. On the right side of Lagadich in the right corner down to Becker. Becker out now to Gonzalez. Bulldogs now in a 2-3 zone. Gonzalez now to Eibel. He shoots over the zone. He hits Eibel on a one-hander. And the score 21-16, and South back in front by 5. 4:08 left to go in the first half. Lee up court with the ball for the Bulldogs. South staying with its man-for-man to Sistrunk on the left side. Sistrunk driving, checked. Out it goes to Lee. Lee almost lost it. That was a high pass over to Lipkins on the right side. In the right corner out of Roman. Roman to Sistrunk. Sistrunk on a bunny, puts it up and in. The score 21-18. South in front by 3. 3:44 left to go in the first half. Eibel in now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down to the backcourt. Takes it over the center line. Pass to Eibel in the left wing now to Becker. Becker out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez moves it to the right. To Lagadich. Lagadich to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Lagadich on the right wing. He drives to the outer edge of the key. Over to Eibel. Eibel back to Lagadich. To Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the right corner. Drives in along the end line. Gets up there. It's blocked by Lipkins at the last second. Lipkins has the ball for the Bulldogs. Gives it to Lee. Gonzalez staying back there to try to take that ball. Lee brings it up over the center line. Takes it over the center line. Moves to the right side. Gives it to Lipkins. Lipkins drives for a bunny and makes it. Lipkins scores, and the score 21-20. And this is the closest the Bulldogs have been in this ball game since the early going. Down court, Gonzalez with the ball for South. Kelly led early. Then South went out in front. Went out by 10 points at one stage to Becker in the left side. Becker is under dribble. Ball goes out of bounds. And it goes out for South. 2:40 left to go in the first half. Becker in now to Eibel. Down to Becker in the left wing. To Eibel. Eibel shoots from along the end line. It's not good, but he's been fouled on the play by Lipkins. Lipkins called for fouling, his second personal foul. Bulldogs are now in a zone. South was breaking through that man for man and getting those shots away. Eibel has 2 fouled in the act of shooting. 21-20, South leads. Eibel makes the point, 22-20. South in front by 2. 2:35 left to go in the first half. Eibel has another. And he makes it 23-20, and South back in front by 3. Lipkins up court with the ball to Lee. Lee brings it up over the center line. Goes to the top of the key. Passes to Lipkins on the wing. He shoots from out there. It is not good. Yes, it is. The basket is not allowed. Block is called for goaltending. That ball was rolling back in, and Block stuffed it down. The basket does not count. 23-20 the score. South ahead. Eibel now to Becker in the left wing. Becker out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the right side now to Lagadich. Now to Gonzalez. Now to Lagadich on the right wing. To Gonzalez at the top of the key. Cross to Eibel in the left corner now to Becker. Becker shoots. He hits. Becker scores. And South's back in front by 5. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. McKinley calls for timeout. Time out in the court and time in for our sponsor.
Listen, right now at your good neighbor Ashland Oil Dealers, you can get an individual-sized copper-tone salad mold free with each purchase of 7 gallons of gasoline. And you get a large 1.5-quart salad mold for only 49 cents with an oil change or lubrication at regular prices. The special offer is limited, so you'll want to hurry. 1:55 remaining in this second period with the Canton South Wildcats leading by 5, 25-20 over the Canton McKinley Bulldogs in this middle bracket championship game. Last night, the Lincoln Lions moved into next week's district play. The winner of this one will join the winner of tomorrow night's game between Central Catholic and Sandy Valley, with the winner from the Cloverleaf sectional in next week's Canton district, also to be played here at the auditorium. Scoring for the Wildcats, Becker has 11, Logadich 5, Young has 3, Gonzalez 1, Jerry Eibel now has 5. For McKinley, Nick Roman 6, Bob Sistrunk 2, Cliff Block 4, Phil Lee has 4, Sam Lipkins 4. McKinley with the ball, Jim.
Lee throws the ball into Lipkins. Lipkins up to the backcourt, takes it over the center line, gives it to Lee. Lee at the top of the key with the ball. Passes to Sistrunk on the left side. Sistrunk passes out to Lee. Lee at the top of the key and the left side to Lipkins. Lipkins to Roman under the basket. His shot is up but not good. Taken off by Young. Down court to Eibel. Eibel out to Gonzalez. Now the South can pick up another basket if they can hit down here and go into a 7-point lead. Into Young in the pivot. Young out now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez out to Eibel in the left wing now to Becker. Becker's been deadly from out there in the corner tonight. To Gonzalez on the right wing to Lagadich. Lagadich to Young under the basket. He puts it up, misses, but there's a foul call on the play. Foul called on Block for hooking him on the way in. Block's first personal foul. Young at the line. 25-20, South leads by 5. 1-and-1 opportunity for Young. He makes the first one, 26-20. Bulldogs cut the margin down to 1, but South has now pulled out to 6 points and can be leading here in a moment by 7. Young makes the second one, 27-20. South back out in front. 1:10 left to go in the first half. Up court. Lee brings it up over the center line, moves to the top of the key, gives it to Sistrunk. Sistrunk jumps one from outside. It's not good. Rebound off now by Roman. Roman puts it in. That rebound was saved, actually, by Lipkins. Back to Roman. Roman jumped it in. 27-22 the score. Gonzalez down court for South. Moves it over the center line. Passes to Eibel on the left side to Becker. Becker to Gonzalez at the top of the key. Young is in the high post. Over to Lagadich on the wing. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez into the key. Pass now to Becker. Becker shoots. It's short. Taken by Lipkins. Up court to Lee. Lee over the center line with the ball. Dribbles to the top of the key. Gives it to Lipkins. He shoots. And he misses. It's stopped up there. Not good. Taken now by Block. Under the basket of Lipkins. Lipkins is fouled on the play by Becker. Fouled by Becker. 27-22 the score. South in front by 5. Lipkins at the line. First personal foul on Becker. Lipkins gets 2. Ball in the act of shooting. He makes the first one, 27-23. South ahead by 4. Lipkins can cut it back to 3. He does so. 27-24. Eibel takes the ball out of bounds, throws it into Gonzalez. Gonzalez down court with the ball. 18 seconds left in the first half. Gonzalez raises one hand. They want one shot. And Gonzalez goes past Eibel and out of bounds. South for the Bulldogs. Lee into Lipkins. Over to Lee. 12 seconds left in the first half. Lee at the top of the key with the ball. 8 seconds left. To Sistrunk on the left wing. Back to Lee. He shoots from the top of the key. It is not good. Rebound off now by Eibel. There's the end of the first half. With the score, Canton South 27, McKinley 24. We'll be back with the wrap-up of first half play after this message from our sponsor.
Ladies, add a bright new note to your meals. Get
Copper-tone salad molds free from good neighbor Ashland Oil Dealers.
Add more appetite appeal to gelatin salads and desserts with copper-tone salad molds, free from your good neighbor Ashland Oil Dealer. There are 8 distinctive early American designs. You get 1 salad mold free with every purchase of 7 gallons of Ashland Vitalized gasoline. You also can get a large 1.5-quart salad mold, plus 9 sturdy wall hangers, all for only 49 cents. with an oil change or lubrication at regular prices. So drive in today at your nearby Ashland Oil service station displaying the free salad mold sign and get
Copper tone salad molds free from good neighbor Ashland Oil dealers.
Tonight's thrilling tournament action being brought to you with the best wishes of the Ashland Oil and Refining Company, your friend at First, the First National Bank, and the Ohio Bell Telephone Company Yellow Pages through the facilities of WHBC in Canton. Now for a wrap-up of first half action, here's Jim.
In the first quarter, South had an 18-8 lead over McKinley. A 10-point edge. At halftime, it's 27-24 as the Bulldogs have come back here in the second quarter. They cut the margin to 1. Then South built it back up again to 7 before McKinley scored the next 4 points to cut it back down to 3. At the start of the game, McKinley made the first basket as Roman jumped a short one in along the end line. South got a foul. McKinley got a foul. And then South got another foul try, made it. It was 3-2. Then McKinley got a basket. It was 5-2 McKinley. At that point, the Bulldogs had the edge in baskets and in foul shots. And then from there on, South took over. They jumped off to a 9-5 lead by scoring the next 7 points. And they held that lead all the way through the first quarter, increasing it to 18-8 at the end of the first period. The Bulldogs then scored a total of 6 straight points in the start of the second quarter to cut it back to 19-14 to 18-14. South scored a point. Then McKinley got a basket to cut it back to 19-16. Then it was 21-16. Then it was 21-20 as McKinley scored 2 baskets. Then South, as we mentioned, pulled out 27-20. And at halftime, it's 27-24 South over McKinley. A high-point man for South, Tom Becker, has a total of 11 points on 5 baskets and 1 out of 1 from the line. In there with 5, Ron Young, all from the foul line out of 5 tries. And Tom Lagadich, 2 baskets and a foul out of 1 for 5. For McKinley, the high man is Nick Roman with 8 points on 3 baskets and 2 out of 3 from the foul line. In there with 6 is Sam Lipkins with 2 baskets and 2 out of 2 from the line. Bob will bring you a complete breakdown on scoring on this first half after this message from our sponsor.
The friendly man, the Ashland man with the better brand, finest oil and gasoline, friendliest service you've ever seen. The friendly man, the friendly man of Ashland, stop and go, get to know the Ashland man with the better brand.
He's a man you'll want to meet. Your good neighbor, Ashland oil dealer, businessman, family man, a man respected in his community, who believes in the products he sells, like Ashland A-Plus Super Gasoline, Flying Octanes Gasoline, and Valvoline, world's first, world's finest motor oil.
The friendly man of Ashland, stop and go, get to know the Ashland man with the better brand.
And fans, that's just a half of it here at halftime. A 3-point balls for the Canton South Wildcats, 27-24 over the McKinley Bulldogs. South led by 10 at the end of the first period. McKinley chopped into that lead to the tune of 7 points, but South still on top with a big second half coming up very shortly. That is just a half of it. We'll break down the ball game in a moment.
If you're like most people, buying a home is probably the biggest investment you'll ever make. And the most perplexing, too, without expert financial advice. That's why First National maintains a staff of fully trained, experienced home loan counselors to help you solve your home purchase problems personally and confidentially. Then, if you decide to finance through First National Bank, your loan will be processed quickly and without red tape. You can even arrange to have your house payment deducted from your First National checking account automatically each month. And you know, it doesn't obligate you in any way to take advantage of this valuable counseling service. So, whether you're ready to buy now or just thinking about it, call or see your friend at First. The guidance of the home loan counselor now may save you costly mistakes later on.
Canton South coming into action tonight with 14 wins and 6 losses over regular season and tournament play under Coach Red Ash. They're being paced by Tom Becker. Becker's popped in 5 baskets for 10. He's had 1 foul shot opportunity and made it good. Next in line in scoring, we have 2. Tom Lagadich with a pair of baskets and 1 for 1 from the line. Ron Young has put in 5 for 5 from the foul line for 5 points. Jerry Eibel has scored a total of 5 as well. He has a basket and 3 out of 4 from the line. Frank Gonzalez has hit 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe for 1 point. So Becker has 11, Logadich 5, Young has 5, Eibel 5, and Gonzalez 1 for their total of 27 here at halftime. For the McKinley Bulldogs, undefeated through regular season and here at tournament time, they've won 20 in a row under Coach Bob Rupert. They're being paced by Nick Roman, who has 8 points. He's hit 3 baskets for 6 and 2 out of 3 from the line. Sam Lipkins has 6 points, 2 baskets and 2 for 2 from the line. Next at 4, Phil Lee, a basket and a perfect night at the line, 2 for 2. Cliff Block has a pair of baskets for 4 points. He missed 2 foul shot opportunities. And Bob Sistrunk has a basket for 2 points. So give Roman 8 points. Give Lipkins 6 points, 4 for Cliff Block, 4 for Phil Lee, and 2 for Bob Sistrunk. Their total of 24. It's 27-24 here at halftime, Canton South leading.
There's something important coming up this week. Oh, yes, Jimmy's 10th birthday party. I've got to get started on that. I'll need a cake and chairs.
Good thing she's one of the action people.
So Yellow Pages, here I come.
Action people get things done. They're the 3 out of 4 busy Americans who turn to the Yellow Pages to find things fast. Bakeries, caterers, florists, find them all in the Yellow Pages. Action people do.
Action people of all ages, let their fingers do the walking through the Yellow Pages.
Canton South returning to the court. The McKinley fans lining up in a big channel for their ball club. They'll be coming back quickly. Let's hear this word now from First National.
Buying or remodeling a home? Call First National Bank's Home Loan Counselor for expert financial advice. His services won't cost you a penny or obligate you in any way. So before you buy or remodel, call or see your friend at First. His expert advice today may save you costly mistakes later on.
Last night, the Lincoln Lions became the first ball club to qualify for next week's district play with their 52-41 win over the Louisville Leopards. That was in the upper bracket championship game. This is the middle bracket championship game. McKinley defeated Lehman 72-55, then defeated Alliance 69-37 to get into this ball game. South defeated Massillon 63-52 and Perry 63-58 to move into this middle bracket championship game. McKinley and South this winter will then join Lincoln. Tomorrow night's winner, Central Sandy Valley, will be the lower bracket champion. And these 3 winners, Lincoln, tonight's winner and tomorrow night's winner, will join the winner from the Cloverleaf sectional in next week's district play, which will be played here at the auditorium Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. And, of course, the winner from the Canton district to move into the Kent Regional. The McKinley Bulldogs have returned. Canton South back. We're just about a minute and a half away from the second half, and it ought to be a corker. In case you joined us late, South led 18-8 at the end of the first period. Lead now at halftime by 3 points, 27-24.
Well, looks like we're out of luck, Marge.
Oh? What happened?
I called the hotel Arnie told me about, and they don't have a room.
Oh, well, don't look so forlorn.
No.
There must be other hotels. We'll let our fingers do the walking and find one.
What?
Let's check the Yellow Pages. What a yummy room.
Thanks to you.
And the Yellow Pages.
Wherever you are, whatever you're looking for, let your fingers do the walking. Check the Yellow Pages. Use the fast-finding index first. Then read the ads. Get the facts. Ohio Bell Yellow Pages tell you everything about the products, services, or rentals you want. Save yourself all kinds of time and disappointments. Rely on your complete shopping guide. Let your fingers do the walking through the Yellow Pages.
Once again, let's check that scoring. We're just seconds away from the buzzer now, and second half action coming up. Canton South, Tom Becker, 11 points. Tom Logadich has scored 5. Ron Young has 5. Jerry Eibel, 5. Frank Gonzalez, 1. For McKinley, Nick Roman has 8. Sam Lipkins has scored 6. Phil Lee has 4. Cliff Block has 4. And Bob Sistrunk, 2 points. McKinley has hit 6 out of 9 from the foul line. The Canton South Wildcats having another one of those very fine evenings, hitting 11 out of 13 thus far. South out on the court first. Coach Red Ash sending them out. Bob Rupert, the last word with the Bulldogs. The officials are set. Here comes McKinley. Second half coming up, and to call it back to Jim.
Young of South, Block of McKinley move into the center circle. The first half are still intact.